oh, oh, oh. Ooh. All right. Sage Earth. Saging Earth. Give me liberty. Give me abundance. Give me health and wellness for all my family across planet Earth. What up to all my fellow Arcturians, Palladians, Andromedans, Lyrans? Some Cassiopeians in there, holding it down. Good old Cassiopeian gate, holding it tight. Keep it tight. For my fellow dragons, welcome. Some of my Anunnaki that are cool, love ya. Get a job. Just kidding. I can't with that. I can't. It's too close to home. Morning. I'm in a better mood today. I gritted Lake Powell. I feel good. I hung out with guys of my stature. Big ass giants sitting over those mountains. It felt really nice. We climbed to the top of one of these like big stone obelisks, and I just passed out up on top and just forgot this whole world and remembered times of old. I also showed off some of my prowess with tying off different mountain structures to my carabine when I was on my wave runner. If you guys are on my Instagram and stuff, you can see. Gridded those places. A lot of the elder spirits there were very surprised that actually there's being this woke on the surface. They were like, wait, is he staring at me? They're like, he's actually giving you like, imagine like saying hi, and then your next energy arm comes up and says hi, and then your next energy arm comes up and goes, hi, yeah, you. Hang loose, bro. Yeah, you. They were like, what? Yeah, I don't know. Sedona's creating a bunch of mutants out here. I don't even know what normal is anymore. For all my fellow lovers of light out there, love you. For all my homies in Melbourne, why are there so many strong light workers in Melbourne, Australia? Well, let me tell you. And I tip my hat off to you for the people of Melbourne today yesterday filing the injunction against your government for your breach of constitutional rights. You guys should not be locked up in your houses. Come on, man. Me. Oh man, the Giants are rad. I don't know. If you guys, I just want you guys to like put on my POV and like ride wave runners with me and be like, check it, we're going over here to the old Citadel. You'd be like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't know. I'm faking it. I'm here, kind of. I'm dipping a toe in this suit. I'm just like, old Tartaria, towers, ether, power. You know, why did we grow so tall back in the day? Did it have to do with our power systems we were using to draw energy from the ether? We definitely weren't burning coal. Or fossil fuels. I know, let's use the Earth's transmission fluid between the tectonic plates to power our vehicles. I'm a genius. These guys are just ridiculous. Ford's first car was made out of hemp plastic and was like electric or ran on ethanol. Never ran on gasoline, and the fiberglass shell was made out of hemp plastic. It's the first one they made, guys. I don't know what they got us into this situation down here, but it's all BS. Woo! I love gritting. It's like what I do. It's like I get to go like, imagine you're like a benched quarterback, and when I go out there, like in the mountains, and I'm like doing supernatural stuff, like that's me. Like I don't know, you know, all this greed and lower dimensional boo boo gaga boo boo. There's no power in it. There's no glory. There's no power. There's just no power. And artificial intelligence can never show you power. Can't tell you. Your soul is lit. Who you really are is lit. Being jacked into creator is lit. Feeling the force of a plasma star force through your field and shake your jawbones as it comes out is power. I got to get you guys out of the gumbo. Some of my friends and family are in this murky gumbo soup. And if you guys have seen the topography of all the fires on the West Coast and how it just stops at the Canadian border and stops at Mexico. Guys, pay attention. Fires don't follow country barriers. You know? What's going on over there? Well, I've got some different ideas about it, and I'm going to pump the brakes on sharing it because I might be so accurate. They might be like, yo, how does this guy know? I already know why there's so many fires popping off over there. What I can tell you is this. I don't think it has anything to do whatsoever about this. What's their agenda? This whole weather changing functionality? Does it have a part to play? Yes. Does having a bunch of dry brush in old forests not being cleaned up cause an effect? If that ever lights on fire, it turns into a bonfire? Yes. Has the resources of the entire West Coast been stolen and misappropriated for 40 years? Now they're surprised that when we actually need to do something with these resources or how it should have been taken care of, there's a big situation? I don't know, you guys, this whole thing is above the pay grade of the puppets that are in charge. Understanding the energies. When I see California slip into an apocalypto dream, and I'm there for the last 3 days pulling my friends out in California of this apocalypto dream, they're trying to drop the consciousness on Earth. You have to understand the whole planet is one. When there's a low spot on the planet, it slows the rest of the planet down from making a 5D jump. Terra was Earth's real name when it was in 5D. All of the giant 10-mile-high trees, well, I just saw the root structures over in by Lake Powell. It's all made out of silica. What is silica? It's a 5D energy construct. When the vibration of Earth fell into 3D, we went carbon-based. We've always been crystalline-based. Our frequency dropped. Terra was 5D. Earth was 5D. Okay. They dropped us off here, lied to us about, where we come from, what we're mixed with. Giants are real. The Smithsonian's a shit show. What they're doing in those tests in Antarctica, taking Nephilim blood to try to make these artificial sentinel things. By the way, let me express something to the highest level of your scientists that you don't fully understand. Me being one, talking to you in a little 6'1" suit. You're never going to be able to control that bloodline. It is a warrior breed, and it was never meant to be controlled. So if you make a bunch of fake Nephilim and you think you can put an AI chip in there, let me tell you, those genes are stronger than your AI technology trying to control it. I wouldn't play with it. All those guys in Antarctica, a bunch of little German nerds sitting in a circle. Don't play with that DNA. You don't understand what it's connected to. I've been talking to my Anunnaki 8D for 12 years. You don't understand how they process reality. They're going to smoke you like a cigar. Okay? Again, do not play with DNA that you do not fully understand its capabilities or why it was created that way. You're just simply cutting and pasting like Jurassic Park. These guys in Antarctica doing these gene tests. It's just like the movie Jurassic Park. Watch Jurassic Park Part 1. We cut the DNA and we added frog DNA, and all the dinosaurs are female. They'll never be able to breed. And then halfway through the movie, they're breeding. Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to tell you guys, don't play with that old. And this is the highest level of government, guys, that watch me behind the scenes. Hey, listen, stop playing with that DNA in Antarctica. Please, we all know what you're doing. You're not hiding anything from us. Thank you. I'm a galactic officer pretending. Namaste and la catch. What else do I like? The political system is changing, yes. And for Melbourne, for the lockdown, I also saw some information come out that there were 300,000 kids saved in Melbourne in those underground bases that was given to us by Giselle Maxine, or whatever her name is, that's been trying to save her life, singing like a bird. Epstein's, whatever you want to call it, partner or helper, whatever. But pay attention to why would they would have a lockdown in Melbourne while they're vacating that many children out from underneath the ground. If any of the public on the surface saw you vacating a standing army worth of children, 300,000 is the what came out in the report. 300,000 kids. 300,000 people standing there, that's a standing army. That's a lot of people saved. So just, again, something you might not have heard in the news. All right. Bro, you can't touch this. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, give me back my friggin', giant DNA, What else? For all my fellow Nephilim and giants out there, you know, they're trying to figure things out on the night side. Let me tell you something what we're here to learn. Make this really simple for you. Number 1, compassion. Number 2, patience. Number 3, not every answer you're ever going to find is pull the blade, pull the gun. You got to be able to negotiate. You got to be nice. I tell myself to be nice 10 times a day. Be nice. Rion, be nice. What do you think very powerful beings have to do every single day to stay balanced? You got to wake up, put your meditation music on, baby. I got to take this thing to an enigma level, level 3. If you take my consciousness and you focus it on one target, it's a done situation. My job is to hold space with the rest of my fellow guardians around the planet, not make the same mistakes some of our higher selves made in different times, right? As we go through these Van Allen belt barriers of time dilation. And as these things align in our galactic alignments and our solar alignments to understand that, you're behind the wheel now. I hope you make better choices than some of your higher selves did 10, 15, 25, 30, 50,000 years ago. I hope you have evolved. Okay? Little message from Pops. All right, moving on. We're going to breed Nephilim. You guys are crazy, bro. Like, I don't even know. You know we had to flood the planet to get rid of them last time. Do you guys have any idea? They had to wipe the board. And we're like, we're going to make these things and they're going to follow our commands. You do not understand what I understand or where we come from. You have no idea, no clue. You little toy, you know? And let me tell you something else about when those Greys showed up and Eisenhower did this deal. You should have taken the deal the Palladians gave you, which was in the Nordics. Give up your nukes back in 1951. You never should have signed that deal with the Greys. You never should have traded information. You never should have let them have bases down here. You never should have let them do experiments on human beings. Because what you don't understand is you allowed their consciousness to impregnate the human consciousness on Earth. And what you don't grasp is, little 1950-year-old soldiers, is that consciousness is far older and different than you. Their dreams or their nightmares became your nightmares. Stop mixing weird things and giving it to lower life forms or lower consciousness and think that they're going to have a great time with it. No, they're not. I'm tired of cleaning up other people's issues on this planet. I'm tired of looking at higher selves and going, you're lazy, bro. Get your shit together. The 3D vessels, I love you. Hey, your higher self, some of them, they're lazy. They don't know what to do. They're too easily purchased. Don't be an easily purchased object, a bauble, okay, on this planet. Please. I am priceless. You can't buy me, son. You know? And for many of you guys out here on this earth, they can barely afford us to be here. Put that in perspective. We chose to come here to help out. Some of these guys, you drop rank on them, they're like a janitor. I'm like, why am I listening to a janitor run a 3D world? I don't understand. How did you get this position? How long were we sleeping? How long has this been going on? I want to know your entire stack, your entire filament, your entire fractality. I want all their names, their positions, and what they've been doing since you've incarnated on this planet. Go. What do you think a multidimensional commander is? Ladies and gentlemen, that's who we are. You guys are just waking up out of this comatose. Wait till you're just like me. Okay? What I'm trying to tell you again for your night side. We're here to learn patience, compassion, how to be nice to things smaller than us. Right? Not just in physical size, but energy size. Okay? We have different aspects in us that make us up. We are hybrids. Those kids from Orion, yeah, we're Draconian and Palladian. We're Anunnaki and Andromedan, right? We're Syrian and Palladian. Okay? Us Indigos came down here to shut this show down. We are not here to partake in this game. We are here to change the game. We blow doors off worlds. Stop playing small. So let you know, I tip my hat off to the elder generation, our parents and our grandparents, and those woke, there's beings out there that are woke, that are older, that are doing their job, and I bless them for that. Thank you so much. Bliss them. Right? Never be less for anything. What else? The Guardians of Tartaria are pleased where those towers and cities still exist are in 6D, 2 floors up. We're in 3, 4, 5. 2 floors up. 6D is where those cities still exist. That's Silica Forest. Once you're staring at the topography of the old citadels and you're sitting there gridding it, you get snapshots of what it used to be because the energy is still firing through the grid. So what you'll see is a mountaintop that was an old giant tree, silica tree, and you wonder, why is there so much energy firing through this tree? Well, what you can't see with your 3D biological eyeballs in a higher dimension, that it is still actually a tree sound. You just see the stump in this reality and the energy firing through it. In another dimension, there's a full-fledged avatar-sized tree. Okay. Give you a little heads up on that. Bro, just off the cuff. Oh, what, you know, come on. How long's it been? Let's go. What else? I have a lot of things to share with you, actually. Financial system is changing. Okay, for all the projects out there, projects and functionality, every single one who's building a health and wellness center or a community or a housing project, listen to me. Build everything within the sacred geometry of your choosing. If you guys are just builders or architects, you guys need to study some sacred geometry and why the angles bend and what the strength of a tetrahedron is and why that's the universal form in the universe which creates matter and space. You need to create facilities that breach 3D, 4D, and 5D. If you create a facility that's oscillating faster in the environment, and how do you do that? When you guys are making your cement mixes, simply crush up quartz crystal. Other semi-precious and precious stones, mix it into the concrete mixer. Certain concretes harden over 100 years. If you use the right concrete with the right crushed crystals that are in a powdered form, mind you, when you mix it and you pour the concrete to build the walls and the sidewalks of your facility, pay attention. Every single year, that concrete will compress more and more, squeeze those crystals more and more, and every single year, your facility will glow in the ether more and more. Remember that. Use the piezoelectric effect in your building and construction. If you guys need to remember how to build temple space, okay? Woo! Why don't you try that? How long have we been down here in donuts, bro? Like, give me... Who's been behind the wheel down here is my question. Who in what? Tartaria? We slept too long. I don't know. We were just Tartaria is awesome, and then what was left over from Tartaria? A bunch of red-haired weirdo giants eating Indians for a couple hundred years, and they finally smoked those things out. Why is it always the turds that survive in this evolution game? You ever ask yourself that? They did the flood. It was never the same. That was what, 10,000 years ago. What, do all the good souls make the cut and then only the turds survive? Is that how they do this over and over again? In the Mayan civilization, all the cool Mayans got picked up in the spaceships. All the turds get left behind. You know, are we just in some 3D holding pattern, a holographic quarantine system waiting for our time to shine? You know, I'm here to tell you, though, for all these ETs thinking that, you know, they're not ready to join us, let me explain something to you. Been ready to join you for quite some time. The issue is that you keep allowing things into this game that don't fit. Stop trying to mix this game with different protocols or galactic standards based upon your negotiations to have a happy place where people can get along. Here's the experience I need to share with you. Stop letting beings into this game and saying that 10 people or 100 people in this majestic 12 have the clearance to sign off on 7 billion people for doing a contract with some ET Greys in 1951. No, you don't, jackass. That's not the leader of this planet. We are the leaders of this planet. How can you have 10... Imagine the majestic 12 guys that actually know what's going on, right? You can't have 12 turds that from the 1950s brain write a contract that lasts 50 years with an extraterrestrial species that's going to affect the consciousness of every being on Earth. Who in what level of education are these people playing with? I can casually break this down for you with a sage stick. Explain, riddle me that, Batman. I'm just trying to express this to you. We're fixing all these timelines, and no, we're not sleeping. All right. You guys are wiser out there sleeping right now watching me drinking coffee in your pajamas than some of these da-da-das 50 years ago. Understand this. Goodness gracious. I'd love to have a conversation with these guys. Like, what is going on? Where have you been, sir? I was sleeping. Can I help you? You know, there's other things going on in the galaxy. You know, like there's actual galactic beefs going on, and there's actually beings responsible for guarding the barriers of galaxies. I was kind of doing adult things. What seems to be going on in this Class C planet known as Earth? What seems to be the different protocols and in situations that you need adjusting? What's the deal with the polarities? You guys are cleaning up all the underground dumb spaces. Fantastic. How many souls have been saved? How many souls have been crossed over? Fantastic. What's the polarity and the frequency of the consciousness of the people of Earth right now? What sectors need to be adjusted right now? What are some of these natural disasters or man-made disasters or artificial laser in the middle of a forest disasters that are going on? Why are they still running electricity through wires? Nikola Tesla proved that could be done through the ionosphere 80 years ago. Where is this? Who is in charge? Who's behind the wheel? Why is this Geneva functionality and this Geneva connection created in 1953 in charge of the UN? And what is this fake puppet master thing I am staring at? You realize I will hold each and every individual soul responsible for your actions and how you've carried them out on the population of 7.8 billion people above and below ground. Did you think we would enjoy watching this shit C- movie over and over and over again while the souls of Earth cry out for abundance, health, and wellness? I'm here to express to you there's a higher ordinance of beings walking the earth right now, and we do not appreciate those who wish to cause separation or suffering. And I can explain something to you. You continue these actions, we will send you to the land of wolves. You will no longer be able to incarnate on a planet full of sheep. We will send you to a place that everyone there is a wolf, and we shall test your mettle. You don't want to know the real me. I'll send all these guys, 100,000 jackasses in a shuttle? Bye. I'll send them to a place where I come from. Let them spend 10 incarnations there. You know? I'm tired of people taking advantage of kids' innocence. I'm tired of 1,400 reptilians in the ground controlling what happens on the surface with a bunch of weird jackasses in Geneva, Switzerland doing donuts. You know? I'm tired of this stuff. It's fake. Wake up. I'm here to express there are some very large beings here to collect the tab for the universe, and they do not play by your games. They do not play by your rules, and they'll take your entire stack, including your higher selves, and they will move you off-world. I'm trying to say for all you guys out there doing your best and in a happy mode, let me explain something to you. I love you. Be good. Understand that this is all being monitored. We're here in the ground. They're not going anywhere. They're not getting away with shit. Fauci's a turd. Gates is a turd. Pelosi's an alcoholic. Next. I don't know what to tell you. You can't have people in charge of populations that can't even be in charge of their own life. You guys understand a leader is someone who leads by action through their own merit and through their own interpretation and positive projection of who they are and what they're trying to do for an earth. If you find weird stuff in someone's background, call it out. Hey, you know what? I don't think you should be in charge of all the financial systems in California. You can't even balance your own book, your own checkbook, number one. Number two, why is your husband trying to do the same railway system they lit Australia on fire for? Why does he have all the bids for that? And why is your nephew Newsom investing billions of dollars into masks in California? You guys, this is casual, off the tongue level of consciousness. This is just off the shoulder, like da-ta-da, da-ta-da, da-ta-da. Hey, Newsom, why don't you go play some volleyball and drink a kombucha? You never should have gotten that job. You're not intelligent enough to run the show, son. Go cry in your pillow. Next. This is what's coming. The galactic standards are coming, and I'm going to tell you something. They're going to shred you like a sashimi knife when the truth comes out. You're going to be shredded. There'll be nothing left of you. The speed of which it'll come at you is something you have not experienced in 10,000 years. We were sleeping, and we were busy doing other things in the galaxy instead of incarnating here, okay? Who you really are, those Nordics, those Palladians, those Andromedans that showed up here right now, your higher selves are the rock stars of the universe. We are the vessels in 3D shifting the planet of existence in reality in 3D in one of the densest areas and the most convoluted confusion zones, right, in our sector. Let me explain something to you. We are old. We are powerful. And if you knew how powerful you were, you could pick the energy ley lines up in a city and ship them yourself while you're sipping a coffee. The main thing they got to make sure you're not in is your mind. You got to get out of your mind. You got to come from your heart. You got to stream and bypass your mind. Okay? I'll teach you a secret. When I'm really cranking, I do my pot belly breath. It sounds like a diesel engine is booting up. Your O2 is your fuel. When I push my stream or pop my top, The old school is to go through my brain and my chemical computer, pop your crown. Large beings will hit their heart. They shoot that stream around their head, around all the control protocols, and then reattach around the thing that can be programmed or manipulated. It's just a chemical computer is all your brain is. You grew it in that skull. It's nothing to write home about. It's a flesh computer. It's a chemical computer. It's proved in 2006. IBM created a chemical computer. What I'm trying to express is when you're interacting with your higher selves, the mind sometimes is what frustrates them and frustrates you because the mind has all these artificial fear programs set into it. So you're actually talking to your higher self. Your 3D brain can't process it. All of a sudden you get scared. Your telomeres shrink. And then you go, I never want to see that again. So what did you do? You tell yourself, turn off my third eye, turn off my throat chakra, go zombie mode. It's not that complicated. It usually happens just between the times we're 5 to 12 years old. I can't take it. I'm seeing too much. There's a boogeyman under my bed. There's a boogeyman in my closet. Grow up. For all you guys that turned off your gifts when you were younger, turn them back on. Flip those switches. Let's go. All right. Now let's just relax. Commander has spoken. I love gritting and this feeling raw current go through my body. Just all those small things out there. Woo! Yodi! I know. Yeah. I just feel like, I'm like, Yodi, do it, bro. Was it difficult on Earth? Well, once I woke up and I realized I'm being run by a bunch of teenagers wiping 4D karma credit cards, I kind of figured it out, son. You know? So what are you supposed to do now? I'm here to build the cities of light on Earth. My friends and family are watching me right now. I will push so much energy through a facility, I'm gonna pop a hole in the hologram, and I'm gonna bridge dimensions and bridge worlds. Why would you want to do that? Because I want to hang out with my higher self. I'm tired of being trapped in a container of garbage. I'm getting my friends out of this gumbo, this lower dimensional poo-poo fake history. Step into your soul, and I want to hang out with the elders and the planetary guardians where I come from. I'm tired of interacting with your smaller fractals that are like, it's like talking to Buddha's pinky toe. I'd rather talk to Buddha or Lord Siddhartha or Brahma or Yahweh. Tired of talking to these little fragments of your imagination. I'm tired of being run by a bunch of children that do not remember who they are. I'm woke to a level of I don't know if there's a word, it's too woke. Yeah. We should be running the planet, Yoda. That's how woke we are. I love you. Okay. I love you guys out there too. You ever get so woke you should be running the entire sector? Like you guys, if we're in charge of armadas and fleets out there in the solar system, you could be in charge. Your real galactic officer could be in charge of a legion of ships with 5, 10, 15 million people. I'm sitting down here in a popsicle suit like, yeah, I think all the star sheets should run the planet. Yeah, I think everything that came before us should just take a seat and enjoy your, $1,400 a month for the rest of your life and just come visit our theme parks known as the City of Light and activate that DNA and come into your heart. There's a change coming. Those that are ready are being monitored right now. I'm getting sent videos from my homies that are videotaping in infrared in their backyard. They're channeling message and talking to their homies, their higher selves. They got ships showing up in the backyard on infrared. Let me tell you what's going on with this. Give you guys a heads up. You guys are being spot check. Is that one up? Is that one going? Is that one going good? Is this one going good? So what I'm trying to say is that the function of this place is that as your frequency comes up, right? As you're more aware, as you're communicating more at the upper dimensions, right? They're going to check you out in 3D to make sure, right, that, right, you're aware, you're on it, and everything that you're doing, right, is monitored in a balanced manner so that you're coming from a place of truth and honesty and humility, right? And the function of what you need, right? It's the opposite of ego. Intelligence, balancing, stability, harmonizing everything in your environment, not allowing a negative lower life form program to come into your cerebral cortex and affect your energy field is what is necessary. Okay? The ego, right, is the lie that's been taught to us that every single one down here has been ingested since they opened their eyes in this place. What I'm trying to express to you from my heart is this. When I say star seed should take over, what I truly mean is the upper dimensional heart version, the 5D version of you should be behind the wheel right now. Hence, how do you think 5D or Terra, right, existed? Lower life, lower thought forms, lower vibrational, hate, revenge, pain, suffering, all of these frequencies or programs never even go through your mind. You're talking to angelic beings that aren't even attached to their root and sacral, their stomach or heart and up. When you say you're in pain and suffering, they would ask you, why are you choosing to play that game? Are you choosing to do that? Right? Why do you think? Who told you that? What I get on this planet a lot is I'm always going, who told you that? When did you learn that? Right? Why do you believe that? Cross-reference all of your data that's coming through your processing unit with multiple options of realities and belief systems, then choose the polarity that's more positive than the negative one. Okay? It's a balancing. You can't just do mind. No. What I'm trying to say is back to the star seeds should be running things. We are. Every generation that happens, the new generation is going to take over. The indigos and the crystals. So that's not an ego thing, YouTube. What I'm trying to express to you is this. There's a higher level of intelligence of beings that are plugged into more than one dimension, are drawing consciousness from the universe to balance and harmonize a planet that is beyond, right, what this world can hold currently. That's what I'm trying to say. I want us to live in a happy, free zone. I want every day to be vacation. I want to work hard every day. I think we work 4 days a week, we're off for 3 days. I think we should have joint holidays. As far as like everyone in California, right? Or even like the West Coast, it's like we have like fun, I don't know, man, just like cool competitions, like just we inspire each other to be healthy and awesome. Hey, what do you got, man? I don't know, check this out. Hey, what do you got? Hey, let's go over here and do this. We should have like planetary fun zones that we invest in, that there's always a fun zone around the corner we can all hang out together. And it's not just a Chuck E. Cheese where you're playing in a bunch of plastic balls and you're smashing pizza. They should have a ninja area where you can do your workout in the morning. It's like a YMCA on steroids. You should never be bored. You should always have a happy, positive place to go and hang out. It should be a government planetary run thing. You need a place to balance your mind. You need a place to come from your heart. You need a place that reminds you of purpose and why you live a certain way. Humility is a very difficult thing to learn because for all of those who have much, you have to be stripped of everything back to your bare bones to rebuild yourself up back from nothing. And it's a lesson that many people do not want to go through. You were born in a rich family. You've always had everything you wanted. It's not till, and then what happens? Life will make you choose a different way. What happens? You might be addicted to drugs. You might be the black sheep in the family. You might choose a different experience than what your parents chose for you. Why? There's something inside of you that wants to strip away all the artificial controls. I know most people that do drugs, it's a Band-Aid. It's an escape. They don't want to be a part of this place, so they rather go comatose. They rather go numb. Okay? There's a reason why they call alcohol spirits. Stop drinking hard alcohol. I'll give you a heads up on that. You want to drink a glass of wine, you want to have a couple beers when you're of age. 2 beers is different than drinking a vodka Red Bull. Stop drinking hard alcohol. If you're not energetically aware, it opens a door in your auric field and a bunch of lower dimensional weirdos jump in there. You guys all have friends. When they drink, it's almost like a gremlin jumps in their body. Pay attention. Drink a kombucha. You guys want to go out to a club, have a tonic water. It looks like a vodka tonic, but it's just tonic, water, and a lemon. And you can still dance and have a great time. We shouldn't live our lives in a constant hangover. You're never going to feel your true power, and you're never going to feel truly healthy if you're constantly hungover. Same thing, smoking pot every night to go to bed. Every single day, you may be used to it, you're hungover every single day. You may have gotten used to it, but is that the clarity or sharpness you need to change your life in a positive direction? I'm just trying to say, hey, I'm not against going to have a good time once in a while. I'm not going against, hey, you want to get a little frosty and go see a movie. Hey, whatever it is. What I'm trying to say is, don't do it every day as a Band-Aid. You know who you are out there. Why? You're running from your soul. I ran from my soul. I did 5 years completely underwater playing Russian roulette with my life from 21 to 26. I'm not talking about some book. I lived it, and I know why I did it. I did it to go numb in this place because we're not from here. Okay? Can't sleep. I wonder why you can't sleep. Why do I guys tell you guys all the time to exhaust the suit? To fall asleep, you must exhaust the suit. Hence the gym and the steam room. It's the only natural, healthy thing I have found, right, to balance me out without taking something. Okay? All of these things I share with you is out of my own life experience. I'm not like the 7 lights of the Palladians, you know, or whatever. You know, like, I read a book. I took a class. I'm like, more life experience. All right. Let me just hold on to Buddha. I got this one. I think I'm getting better at it. I'll show you guys. But you guys wanted to see the detail. That's my Buddha plate. So, hey, you know what's cool about this Buddha plate? You hang this up in your room. Every time you're feeling like, am I making the right choice? You just got Buddha looking at you like, it's going to be okay. Don't worry, I got Yeshua's cross. It's coming. I got to make a silicone mold. You know? Hey, Buddha, can you help me out over here? I'm feeling the anxiety in my tum-tum. He's just like orbing you and glowing on you, you know? Do things that remind you of peace and prosperity. And I don't care what symbol you use, okay? Things that remind you to be calm. Have patience. It's going to be better tomorrow, okay? Now, the Apocalypto Dreams in California. Yeah, you guys, I'm going into Dreamtime and I'm pulling people out and I'm saying, please get your friends. We're not going into the Apocalypto Californian garbage. Come with me. And that's what a lot of you light workers are doing right now. You guys are going to different places on earth that are very dense right now in fear. And you guys are grabbing certain people and you're pulling them upstairs into a higher dimension of frequency. Because what's happening right now, yes, a fire is real, mind you. But what happens is that you wake up in the morning, you go from a crazy, weird dreams, right? Nightmarish dreams. And you wake up and the sky is red and you're like, it's real. You start blending the artificial with the real, and then you wonder why your frequency gets trapped in fear. So, just saying, please be conscious of that. It's not going to burn forever. We're going to be okay. I think it's time for us to replant all those forests and be pumped that after this huge fire, maybe it's time to us taking care of the wildlife and the national parks and our trees more seriously instead of just pushing it to the back burner once more. You guys, my condolences and my love to all the animals, people that have lost their homes, my fellow brothers and sisters, and you know the whole ecosystem that's on fire right now. It's the same way that I felt about Australia. Was it this time last year? Remember when Australia was on fire? And the guy at the Crow House just going off, you know? I love that guy, the Crow House on YouTube. That guy's woke, that Australian bloke. I love him. And he's just shredding. Oh, look at the fires. Now, they have caught on thermal camera some interesting, looks like a laser light coming down from the sky, though, in some of those fires. Look it up. Very interesting. All right. Just pay attention to the consciousness. Pay attention to what is going on. And if there's a storm going on, ladies and gentlemen, move away from the storm. You could always get a motorhome, RV in California. Hey, I'm going to head out east for a while, chill in New Mexico or Arizona. I'm getting out of California. It's just crazy. Lock the house up. Deuces on the whole thing. I know it's difficult. If your business is closed anyways, mail forward. Rent a space. My thing is that don't sit in a storm and, you know, it's like move out of the storm. When a hurricane's coming, what's the first thing they say to do? Get out of the way of the hurricane, right? Get out of the way of the hurricane. There's a hurricane coming. What do? You go up north, you move out of the way. Well, there's a huge fire going on the entire West Coast. This smoke is literally the remnants of those fires burning. And I'm in Arizona, in Sedona. I understand it might be difficult for some to pick up and move. What I'm trying to say is there's something energetically going on that's trying to tell you guys, hey, maybe California isn't the best area right now and won't be for maybe 2 years. A year? Year and a half? If you guys want to sit there huddled up, you guys, there's plenty of space to move out here You guys deserve to go camping or have a nice night with your family, not in fear, not breathing smoke, all this jazz. I'm just trying to say, I'm trying to seed your consciousness. Hey, it may be time for a 6-week vacation while this whole thing blows over. If you guys don't have the financial means to do that, hey, camping is cheap. Go camp at a national park. Go I'm just trying to put it out there, guys, that, move away from the fires. Don't be sitting in your apartment going, it's apocalypto. I always knew it. Because everyone's got friends like that. I always knew it. Now there's an asteroid coming in on September 20th. I always knew it. And I'm sitting there laughing, going like, you guys don't think the SSP, who has upper dimensional, high-end spacecraft, cannot shoot a rock moving through space? You don't think the SSP, with their high levels, 60 years ahead of us with the technology on the spacecraft, mind you. But I'm saying the technology itself, maybe 1,000, a couple hundred years, 300 or 400 years in the future for what we currently have as civilian use. You guys don't think they can hit a flying rock going through the sky? Is that what you think? You don't think our missiles can't track an asteroid moving at 50,000 miles an hour and hit them with the plasma bolt or a rail gun? Is that what you think? Stop listening to fake news. It's supposed to fear and scare you to drop your frequency once more. Okay, please, this is a level of intelligence. The Pentagon just told you we have off-world vehicles in the basement. We are in possession of off-world vehicles. Pentagon. If that's true, you don't think one pilot can get in an off-world spacecraft, fly outside of orbit, and just go, he'll be playing asteroids going, pew, 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 pew. Yeah, it's about 25% down, sir. We're still firing on it. Pew, pew. Come on. I'm just like that. Pew, pew. It's a thing to try to put you in fear. So when you're in fear, you're easily controlled. You're easily controlled when you're in fear. Okay? Just trying to say, hey, all this fake stuff, no. No. Please. Okay? What else? Well, with that, my family, I love you. More comedy. Come on, man. Give me some comedy. I like to hang out with you guys, too. By the way, do you guys see the feeds out there? I like watching your guys' stuff. It makes me happy. I like watching cool stuff, as I switch out of this. There's some things I had to say, and I have to say it in a way, in the manner in which I speak is not... It's different when you go and experience something and you were just there like 48 hours ago and I show back up here and I go, yo, this is what's going down. Or I wake up from dream time and it's as real as this reality, if not realer. And I'm like, this is what's going down. I want my reflection to you guys to be one of stability. And I just want you guys to know that we deserve better and you guys are amazing, prosperous, powerful beings. And I'm just here as a messenger to try to wake you up. I'm not trying, I am waking you up. And even those that I trigger, I'm here to express to you, I was just like you. I was probably worse. I was like Darth Vader when I was younger, bro. And what I'm trying to say is, as Darth Vader's inner child, I don't want to fight anymore. I want to go surfing with you guys. I want to build awesome cities. I want lots of marble. I want lots of waterfalls for no reason. I just want to create spaces for our family that feels like paradise. And I want to leave this old artificial AI world behind. I don't like the artificial world because the more you create and hack into the artificial world, the more it's like you're creating Tartarus around you and they don't see it. They're not old enough to see it. It's not the first time we've had this sort of technology on this planet. I'm just trying to say for you guys out there, come from your heart, because your heart is ultimately going to be how you feel when you wake up in the morning. Do you want to go rollerblading with your kids? You want to go take your kids to soccer practice? You want to go ride a horse? You want to go scuba diving? You want to go ride a wave runner at Lake Powell? I was going 60 miles an hour with my eyes closed on a wave runner, just going through I basically had my eyes closed in the middle of the lake, no one around me, mind you. Going 60 miles an hour with my eyes closed, just feeling like I was on one of those jet bikes from Star Wars, just going, oh God, this feels so good to get away from all of this. So I understand how you guys feel in those big cities, and I understand you feel trapped. What I'm trying to say is that try to untrap yourself. And those in lockdown, I understand it's very difficult to do that. All I can say is put on your headphones. I don't know, try to go to a park, try to get it's hard to talk about someone who's locked in their house. Like, how can you help me? Try to go in your backyard. I don't know. Try to make a fake waterfall with a hose. Try to sit there in meditation. Try to put your consciousness somewhere else. That's all I can say. It's difficult, I just want the best for you guys. I want you to understand we're going through a storm. We're almost out of it. 18% left. It's going to be like this all the way to the election in America. But I think once this thing pops off in a proper way, I think this whole thing will be reset in a very good and positive way. And I'm just here to support you throughout this whole process. And I just can't wait to hang out with you guys. It's just me and you here. Look, me, you, some music. Yoda. Thunder Mountain, guys. I'm just sitting here. You know what I mean? Like, I want to help you guys. I want to do my best. And I want you guys to be remembered as the generation that flipped the planet. And I know it's painful controlling your consciousness. I know it's painful forcing your 4D lowest night form on your right-hand side to go to Ascension School. I know it's hard to control your ego. But when I speak to you in those, harsher terms, let me express why. I'd much rather be the Palladian that speaks to you 24 hours a day like many. But I'm also here to not run from my night side, who has certain understandings of how this place has been run and certain, let's just say, agreements that have been made above 3D. And I'm here to say that sort of behavior is no longer going to be tolerated on Earth. You have higher echelon aspects of your species incarnated into a universal body, H.U.M.A.N suit, who are watching from the basement on how you're running this show. And many of us are not pleased in what we see. We feel all beings deserve to live in freedom and sovereignty, and that this control mechanism needs to be dissolved and rewritten in a way that's in more balance and harmony with the souls of those who have been participating in this experiment for quite some time. And I am here to support your soul, your inner child. And if I have to draw a line in the sand and be that guy to headbutt a jackass, so be it. My name is Rion. It's an absolute pleasure being with you guys. I want our kids to live in peace and prosperity, and I want, harmony and abundance to reign on this planet once more. I will hold that space, and I will swallow Sedona in that golden light to hold in my guardianship. And my walls, I will hold my walls in Sedona. You guys hold your walls out there in Australia, in Melbourne, in Sydney. Let me explain something else too. The reason why there's so many light workers in Melbourne, Australia, is because you guys are energetically holding that whole place together while all this stuff underneath the ground is being cleaned up, right? So what I'm trying to express is you signed up to be a strong light warrior in that territory for these days that are happening right now. Just a nice reminder for you. That's why there's so many powerful beings out there in Melbourne, Australia. I have many friends and family out there. And for all the UK, my family in UK, Canada, right? US, right? Goodness gracious, Vietnam, right? Even in Bahrain, my homie in Bahrain. I got homies in Bahrain. Right? All my guys across the earth, Dubai. I want you guys to know that we're holding the walls of reality for that positive potential to take place and that positive timeline to happen. The stronger we get, the faster it happens. The more we believe in that we deserve something better, the faster it happens. We are the collective of Earth. It's an absolute pleasure being here with you guys today. Just remember that we are the consciousness which drives change. All right. Check out some new stuff in the store. Got some new gear. I am going to order some more hoodies. People are asking me for more hoodies. I'll get those created for you. I'll let you know. Check out store.teamlight.com for all your energetic needs. And yes, thank you for everyone that was creating, that got all the sundials. I'll make more. The sundials, people just love them. So I'll be making some more sundials and Buddha plates for you guys. With that, peace and abundance to you. And remember that your heart is the way home. Absolute pleasure being with you guys here today. Have an awesome week, okay? And I'll see you next weekend. Peace. All right, Yoda. I love you. Oh, you are stronger than this. Do not let this game break you. You are old and wise and powerful. Remember. Bye, guys.